Welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, my name is Helen. Thank you for supporting the channel. I would like to talk about something really important today. And it's important because it's something that I get asked a lot about. So people message me every day asking if I will give them readings, if I will mentor them, if I'm running any courses, and the answer is not anymore. So that is something that is ongoing because of my health, and I film the videos when I can in short bursts, and I can only work in short bursts, but I can't work professionally anymore. I don't have the health. But anyway, putting all that aside, I'm here now, so let's not worry about all that. Now is the moment. And the biggest question I get asked is, what can I do to grow my spiritual development, to progress, to overcome this feeling of stagnation and to be better? And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, what would I say to my younger self now? I'm 63 now, and going back over the years of working in this field, and of course I'm still developing too, but going back over to my younger self, there are 6 key areas for spiritual growth that I would recommend. And you've heard me bang on about many of them before, but there are some really important ones. You see, genuine spirituality represents a personal quest for meaning and transcends religious boundaries. What it does is it invites individuals to explore deep themselves and with others and the universe. In today's world, where societal divisions can often overshadow shared human experiences, genuine spiritual growth holds significant importance. It encourages 3 things: self-discovery, understanding one's beliefs and values; connection, fostering relationships rooted in respect and compassion; and transcendence, moving beyond surface level interactions to embrace a more profound existence. So, those 3 things are critical. The 6 essential areas for spiritual growth that I would offer my younger self would be: number 1, find your North Star. It's your spiritual compass, and it guides you on your journey. It helps you identify your core values and beliefs and purpose. We're always looking for purpose and meaning. And this foundation of your North Star anchors your practice and illuminates your path forward. It also encourages self-reflection, and journaling helps maintain this alignment. I know I talk about journaling, but it really helps. But even if you don't, you can do a voice note, or if you've got a good memory, remember it. But finding your North Star is crucial. Now, what is your North Star? So your North Star is that guiding presence, that wisdom, that knowledge, that, how can I say it? For you, it might be God. For someone else, it might be life force. For another person, it might be nature. It is the power that animates creation. And it's one motivation is love. And so it's so important to find your North Star. Now, if you use the term God, that's fine. I'm not comfortable with that. And that is part of the whole societal divisions. Religion doesn't sit well with me. God has too many negative associations. To me, God is life force, creation, universe, nature, all of those rolled into one. Perhaps there's more as well, but right at the moment I can't think of them. But the word God doesn't work for me, but life force does. And that is my North Star. And it's through that life force that I feel my intuition. I can feel connected to everything. And then when I ask a question of myself, or if there's a problem that's troubling me, I know it's through that force and that power, that guiding light, that North Star, that I receive the answer to what I need to know at that time. The second area would be develop a sacred space for yourself, a place you dedicate where you can go and sit quietly and connect with your North Star. I mean, it could be a room, it could be a sanctuary, it could be a park bench. It could be anywhere, so long as what you do is you dedicate it that I can come here anytime and connect with my North Star. It's my space. So this sanctuary becomes your energetic workspace where you can meditate, connect with spirit, your North Star, strengthen your abilities. And one of the things that people always say is keep it sacred by respecting it. So keeping it clean, peaceful, and sometimes filling it with meaningful objects that raise your vibration. If, for example, you love crystals or you have little angel figurines or you even maybe you have tarot cards and there's one that's very significant to you. Just have something there that says, this is me, this represents what's sacred to me, and it's meaningful. And that makes it very special and personal. So find and develop a sacred space. So that could be anywhere, by the way, but doing it really helps. The other thing I would like to come to is mastering energy management. And you have to learn to recognize your limits and boundaries. And by that, you have to find ways to say no to things that you intuitively feel are either wrong or not suitable at that time. And you can strengthen that feeling of mastering your energy management by doing more grounding. Understanding your energetic boundaries helps maintain clarity, and it prevents spiritual burnout. Be brave and don't go with the crowd. Keep positive and keep your energy strong by knowing when to say no and when to say yes. And if you're not sure, go and find your sacred space. Connect to your North Star and then see how you feel. If it's important and it's you that's needed, someone will wait for the right answer. Now, the fourth area is to strengthen your connection to spirit. And that would ideally be by building a consistent spiritual practice. I say it every time, meditation is fantastic, prayer, or perhaps it's even a ritual. Perhaps you get up in the morning and the first thing you do is say thank you to the sunrise. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's to build a consistent practice. Every time I get up, I sit on the edge of the bed. I just say thank you, but what that thanks is the opportunity for more time to spend with my loved ones, more time to experience this beautiful world, more time with the animals that I love, and just more time to experience this world and all those in it who I connect with. So that's what I do. That's what my thanks means to me. And it's just, I sit there and as I'm waking up and still feeling very groggy, I just say, thank you. Thank you. But it can be whatever you want. As you know, I do sit for meditation, transcendental meditation, but I really do need to make it a little bit more regular at the moment. I've skipped a little bit here and there, and so I do need to be consistent. What I do find is that when I'm consistent, I'm much more in touch with my own North Star. I'm much more receptive to my intuition. It's clearer. Everything's clearer. And spirit communion is clearer too. Now, something that other people do is they have regular communion with their spirit guides. It deepens your connection and enhances your mediumship abilities. So I don't personally spend a lot of time with my spirit guide. I just have the trust that they are there. The reason for that is, and I've possibly spoken about it in a previous video on spirit guides. If not, I will film another one to talk to you. But for me, I know when they're there. I trust that they're there. I know they are there for my welfare and my progress regarding my spiritual progress and development. But I don't like to give them an identity. Otherwise, I get caught up with my imagination of who they are, what their personality is like, what their name is, all that kind of thing. I want to feel it and know it through my intuitive senses. And so I don't do too much when it comes to guides like that. I have done in the past. And it became kind of a relationship of dependency. And I found I was actually being held back. But if it works for you, it works for you. We are individuals and you have to explore. And for you, it may work really well. Now, the fifth area is to embrace self-compassion. Always forgive yourself. You're human. But also try to forgive others too. And you see, we're all at different stages of understanding. And we can learn much from forgiving and offering a helping hand to understand each other. Sometimes forgiveness means letting go for now. Facing your fears. Facing your limiting beliefs and emotional blocks. And it releases what no longer serves you, making space for stronger intuitive abilities. It frees up that mind space, that mental space that's been occupied by things that aren't helpful. Do self-healing and put aside time each day to do at least one thing that brings you joy. And then you will have been working on your self-compassion. You will have honored yourself. Forgive yourself. We've all said and done things we're not proud of. We all know people who perhaps we can't interact with them because of their behavior towards us has not been as it should have been. But we can forgive them for being human and let them tread their journey in the way that they need to. Number 6, and the final one out of this 6, is to find your tribe and build networks of support. Now, it's much easier now, of course, because there's so much online. There are social media groups, there's YouTube, and we have a community element that I'm building all the time, adding little posts, and you're joining in, which is fantastic. Let's build communities of like-minded people. You know, they say your tribe is your vibe, or your vibe is your tribe. Is it, which way round is it? Your vibe is your tribe. That's it. So you want to surround yourself with positive people, but you want to surround yourself with people who aren't going to just be yes people and tell you how wonderful you are and how brilliant you are. Be people who they have their path, their unique path to follow, who respect that you have your unique path, but accept you for who you are. You know, all our little flaws, they accept you with all of those too. That's what's important about your tribe, is they recognize something in you that's in them. And if you find after a while, which is often the case, that your tribe changes or you're pulling away from it, it's just an area of growth normally. It doesn't mean that they're not good people or they're not the right people. They were the right people at that time. It's just you need to explore another area, another community perhaps. So remember, find your tribe. But this is one thing I think is really important for all of us, is to build positive networks. And that allows people who are lost more opportunity to find you if more of us have built networks. Recommend your friends. I have no problem if someone comes to me with a specific issue about their mediumship or spiritual or healing development or animal communication, saying, now I know someone who is really superb and a bit of an expert at that. It doesn't matter that I'm not going to be that expert for them. What matters is I can say, I appreciate that there are others out there on a different path who are probably the right person. And you've done that person a great favor by being able to give them a recommendation rather than trying to fix or give advice on something. You know yourself. You may not be in the best position, no matter how well intentioned you are. So do recommend others. The more you do it, the more they start to recommend others too. So it comes back to you. What you give out comes back. It's that old law of attraction thing. It really works in this line of spiritual development. People will give it back. And don't worry about the fact that there's a lot of people who are competitive out there. Just don't add to that number so it grows. Deplete it by sharing and finding your tribe. Your development is a journey, not a destination. Each person's path is completely unique, and spiritual growth occurs at its own pace, but it's helped by the work that you put in. So put the work in, but stay committed to your practice while being gentle with yourself along the way. So those are the 6 areas that I would find most helpful for my spiritual growth. Find your North Star and make time for your North Star. Develop perhaps a little sacred space of your own. That can help. Master your energy. Know when to say no, what your boundaries are, and be aware of your intuition. Strengthen your connection to spirit by being consistent. Meditate, prayer, rituals, whatever it is you do. Deepen your connection with your loved ones. Trust. Listen to the signs and synchronicities that appear along the way as well. Embrace self-compassion. Number 5, always forgive yourself and forgive others. It holds you back if you don't. And number 6, find your tribe. Vibe with your tribe. So those are the 6 areas, and I wish you a wonderful day, evening, or whatever it is, whatever time you're watching this. And I'm going to look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you all for those of you who've recently subscribed. And if you haven't, it would be great to have you on board. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.